Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the HB fan. I'm back today with a brand new video. As you already know, I have videos planned out that I want to do. I promise I'm going to get to them. I think after I make this video, I'm going to start the Toy Drama action video because if I don't do it, I'm going to lose motivation for it. And I really have to talk about Toy Drama action. Like, I really have to talk about it. But today, I want to do my top 10 favorite episodes from One Tree Hill Season 1. As you all know, I am a huge fan of One Tree Hill. I absolutely think this is the greatest show to ever air on TV. It is such a good show. If you want to watch a good teen drama show, I say watch One Tree Hill. Don't watch Euphoria. That show is garbage. One Tree Hill is the best teen drama show ever. It's so good. And I am recently rewatching this show for like, I don't know, the billionth time. I'm currently on season 5. So I thought, why not just talk about my top 10, top whatever favorite episodes from each season. So let's do season 1. And this was really hard to do a top 10 because majority of the episodes of season 1 are really good. So I'm going to do an honorable mentions. So coming in my honorable mentions is episode 4, 7, and 19. So in episode 4, this episode was really good. This is basically the episode where the Lucas and Nathan saga continues. Nathan is bullying on Lucas, trying to weak him down. And this is more of a build up to Lucas and Peyton. And in this episode, Nathan decides to throw a beach house party to bully Lucas some more in front of everybody to make him look like a fool. And it just got really wild. Nathan crashed Peyton's car. Lucas had to help pay for Peyton's car. Peyton broke up with Nathan for like the billionth time in this episode. This episode was really great. It was like really chaotic, full with so much drama, and Nathan was like so unlikable in the beginning of season 1. Like he was really a douche, a huge douchebag. The way he treated Peyton, the way he treated everybody, he was just such a jerk, a huge asshole. And this episode was really good. Too bad it couldn't make my top 10, but this is definitely a good episode to watch in the first half. Coming in at episode 7, this episode is when Dan throws that annual basketball, prep rally, meeting, party, whatnot. This is a really good episode. This is the episode where we get to really see the kids and the adults kind of interact in the very same episode. Dan and Karen are in the same house. Dan is not really liking the fact that Deb wants to grow a relationship with Karen. He kind of wants to keep Deb away from Karen and everything like that. Keith and Dan, their hostility. Now we know about the adults. Let's get to the kids. In this episode, Haley tells Lucas that she has a crush on Nathan, that she is starting to gain some feelings for him. Lucas tells her that he doesn't like it, but he doesn't want her to get hurt. In this very same episode, Brooke is trying to get closer to Lucas, but she makes a fool of herself by getting drunk and just being out of character. Just like really just out of pocket. Brooke was so out of pocket in the episode, trying to expose Peyton's feelings for Lucas because of her own insecurities. She exposed Haley's feelings for Nathan and made Nathan like he passed that note around because of her insecurities, because she was like a fucking fool the whole episode. She was just being very vindictive for like no reason in this episode. Like I can't even tell you why, but she was just being so vindictive. And this is the episode where Lucas tells Peyton that he wants to be with her. They were having an intimate moment, and he just straight up just said that I want to be with you. I've had a crush on you for a long time, and you deserve a better guy than Nathan. Because Nathan was an asshole in the beginning, and she deserves better. So once he told her that, she rejected him and said that she just wanted sex. And this is kind of like, I just feel like they just kind of just kicked me in the leg, because I was really shipping. Well, I was always a Nathan shipper, but season 1 specifically, when I feel like this is kind of the end of it. Like I thought when she said no, we weren't going to see any more of them. But then, ding, 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 that wasn't the case. But this is a really good episode. I honestly enjoy it. Every part of the episode, it was really great. Coming up next is episode 19. This is a really good episode. This is the first episode where Naylee exchanged their I love you for the first time. And it was such a sweet moment. This is also the episode where Lucas and Brooke have a pregnancy scare, which I really thought was like the highlight of the episode. And Dan telling Lucas that he should force Brooke to have the abortion because having a baby could ruin your life, and women just get pregnant so they can trap you. That's pretty much Dan trying to manipulate his own fucking son that he doesn't claim into having his ex girlfriend abort a child because he thinks in his own sick mind that women get pregnant on purpose. I'm not saying that some of them don't, but in this case, Brooke did not get pregnant on purpose. He was saying that she did it on purpose so she could trap Lucas, and I really hate Dan. I don't know if anyone understands this, but I really, really hate Dan. Keith is trying to find a job outside of Tree Hill because Karen turned down his proposal. So this is a really great episode. I thought, honestly, I feel like they should have had made Brooke pregnant. I think in an episode when her and Lucas had that talk, I think she should have told him that she lied about it, but truthfully, she was pregnant. I know I've been very interested to see Brooke, like, maybe probably she don't have the kid, but like probably see her go through like a miscarriage or something. I think that would have been very interesting for her character. That's just a hot take, in my opinion. But those are the honorable mentions, so let's get to the top 10. Coming in number 10 is episode 2, The Places That You Have Come to Fear the Most. This is a really good episode. This is the episode where Lucas is kind of down on himself because of his first not championship, the first game of the year, and he loses it for the team. So now he really feel like he don't belong. He got here and he kind of failed in his first chance, and he kind of just feel like, does he really belong here? If he can't win the big one, how can he keep going on? And this is a really good episode about kind of everyone challenging their fears about something they can't step forward to. Like Karen never came to his game because in the stadium, the basketball stadium, is where Dan told her that he was choosing college over being there for her and Lucas. So that was kind of a really hard pill for her to swallow. And her walking into that gym was kind of giving Dan the middle finger on knowing that he don't control her and that day he won't have power over her. Which I thought this was a really good episode. I know a lot of people might say this is a basic episode, but I really enjoyed it from top to finish. I loved how it just followed Lucas through his mind of self-doubt, which, if anyone knows, I fucking love Lucas. He's my favorite character from the show. So this is a really good episode. Coming in number 9 is Are You True? This episode is where we find in the beginning Lucas actually wins the game, and this is where we first meet Brooke. This is where Sophie actually makes her debut in the season. And this is where we get Lucas and Brooke's first encounter, and it was kind of a cute, like a seductive type of encounter, which I thought was pretty funny. Her getting dressed in the back of his seat, in the back of his car. But this is a really good episode. We get more on Peyton and her fear on her trying to come up with something creative in her mind. What can she paint about? And she realized that her paintings really come from her inner feelings that she can't express, her insecurities, her self-doubts, her fears, which I really enjoyed, and how Lucas kind of turned in her paintings for her, even though she couldn't do it. And I thought it was really cute. I love their little encounter they had on the river court with him saying, "Why did she stay with Nathan?" And she was like, "Because it's good and because sometimes there's nobody else." It was so cute. I love the end of the episode when he tells, actually, I might be wrong. I think that's the end of episode 2 when he told, yeah, I'm wrong. I should mention this, but that was the end of episode 2 when he threw the word Scott down on the ground in front of Dan, which I thought was a really great scene. But I think episode 3 is when he told Peyton that your art matters. That's what got me here. So this is a really good episode. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Coming in number 8 is The Search for Something More. This is a really great. I thought this was a really. Oh, I forgot to mention episode 3. This is when we first get Naylee's encounter in episode 3. Iconic. But okay, that go number 8. It's episode 8. Is there something more? This is a really good episode about about really focusing more on Brooke and Peyton and their friendship. They go to a college party and a guy puts a roofie in Peyton's drink trying to, rape her. Lucas comes to the rescue, and this is where him and Brooke actually like talk, get to know each other a little bit more. And this is where Peyton starts to realize that maybe rejecting Lucas was a bad idea. And it was a really good episode. And this is also where we get the more of Naylee moments with Naylee's first kisses in this episode. And like this is a really good episode. It was more like a chill, laid back episode, which I'm completely fine with, but still good. So I think it deserved to be in the top 10 in my opinion. Coming in number 7 is episode 11, The Living Years. This is another chill back episode where we get to see more about Brooke, seeing more of her insecurities come to the surface. She's really insecure about Lucas and Peyton's friendship. She honestly feels like that she don't connect with Lucius. Oh my god. Brooke feels like she doesn't connect with Lucas emotionally, and she just feels like they don't really have much in common. He brings up artists, music, and books and literature, and she just don't have nothing. She don't really have nothing, and I thought it was a really good episode that really focuses on the realisticness of a relationship. That sometimes it's kind of hard to emotionally connect to your partner, especially when you two don't have a lot in common. It's like, damn, what the fuck do I talk to him about? We don't really have much in common. And I love how Lucas tells her that he never once tried to force her to be into the things that he loved, as long as she tries to understand why he loved those things. And I think that's what really matters, is that I'm not going to force you to like anime. As long as you understand why I love anime, then maybe we can both enjoy it. And I really love seeing more of Lucas and Peyton's friendship slash romance. I love seeing it. I love how Lucas is kind of bonding with her dad like he is her boyfriend. This is such a really good episode to me. I feel like this is a really good episode about them three, the love triangle. So yeah, this is a really good episode. Coming in number 6 is no episode 9 with Arms Outreach. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember what happened in this episode. This is a really good episode that focused a lot on Nathan's character with the pressure that he has with Dan. Now I just realized that I feel like every episode focuses on a significant character. I'm just not realizing that, but I feel like now that I'm talking about it, I'm starting to realize it a lot more. But this episode really focuses a lot on Nathan and him and Haley's relationship, which I really enjoy, and I really don't have much complaints. I honestly love the Naylee moments. I love the moments between Dan and Deb about their insufferable as marriage that's going down the toilet. So this is a really good episode, especially on Nathan's character. I would say about him and Haley, because this episode is really about him and Haley. It wasn't really a lot of Lucas or Brooke or Peyton this episode. And if there was, I might have to go back and see what was their storyline, because I remember this being mostly really about Naylee, um, Nathan, and Dan and Deb. But this is a really good episode. Here we go. We come to the top 5, guys. Coming in at number 5 is episodes 13, 14, 15, and 16. And these are the car accident episodes. And I loved every single one of these episodes. From the car accident to the episodes when people coming to visit Lucas. Like, these episodes were really good to me. The episode when Lucas finally woke up and Haley actually has the courage to come see him because Nathan went there to go talk to him was a really, really beautiful Naylee moment. I think this is a very underrated Naylee moment that no one really talks about, but I loved it. All the episodes was good. The episode after when Lucas breaking up with Brooke and everything just was really. These were really good episodes, guys. Coming in number 4 is episode 12, Crash Course and Pilot Conversation. This was a really, really good episode. This episode focused a lot on Lathan and Dan, which I really, really love. Dan lying about everything that happened in college, from his injury, from all of it. He's just a fucking liar and a hypocrite. That's all Dan is. And I really love how this episode really focuses on Lathan and their romance slash friendship. How they really just couldn't deny the chemistry and the feelings that they kind of really had for each other. And that moment when they kissed in the motel was honestly one of the best moments of them. I know that he was with Brooke, but I'm not gonna let Brooke ruin a moment. So that's one of the best like the moments in my opinion. Um, Coming in number three is episodes 21 and 22, the two-part finale in my opinion. These are really good episodes. I enjoy both of these episodes equally. These episodes really focus a lot on Lucas, about his conflict, about all the mistakes that he's made, and him just feeling like once he went to basketball, he really lost himself. He really lost who he was once he left the River Court. He really felt like he gave his all to basketball, and all basketball did was ruin his relationships and his friendships with people, which I really love. And I love the fact that he's decided to go to a different location to see if he could find himself again. And I really love that about Luke. I really love this about the two-part finale. Of course, we got the stuff with Jake and Nikki and Peyton and Brooke Raquel and their friendship. We also got the stuff for Navy, them having their first time together. Just Dan walking in on Keith and Deb and him having a heart attack. Just really good shit in these two finale episodes in my opinion. Coming in number two is the pilot. This is honestly the best teen drama pilot of all time. This pilot feels like an origin story on everybody besides Brooke. This was like an origin story on Lucas, Nathan, Haley, Peyton, Karen, Keith, Dan. This feels like a huge origin story, and I loved every part of the pilot. My brother said the episode felt so long, and I think it's because you really had to pay attention because the pilot is very important. You can tell that Mark Swan really put a lot into the pilot, and he kind of wanted the first half to start off slow and then get to the storylines, which I really enjoyed. Um, Coming in number one, my personal favorite episode from season one is episode 20. What is and what shall never be. This is a really good episode. This episode was when all the drama kind of just exploded. It just went chaotic. This is the episode where Haley throws that big party and things get wild. Nikki comes here and she exposes that her and Lucas slept together. This is where her and Peyton had a fight. This is where Dan also tells Lucas that he wanted to be involved in his life, but Karen lied. This episode was really great. Brooke and Peyton decide to become friends again and squash it all. And this is a really good chaotic episode. I enjoyed every moment of this episode. So those are my top 10 episodes from One Tree Hill. Please let me know yours in the comments below.